distant spook sneeze. Hi. Hello, everybody. You can see I'm halfway through warm-up already because, even though I was ready to go, I was literally sat here and I was like, wait, before I go live, I need to shower you in praise. I need to just sit here and gush over you, because I have the lovely Den with me tonight. Now she's all flustered because I've just been showering her with love for the last 5 minutes.
Bonk.
God damn it. Yes. Because I have a drawing partner. Den has bought herself a tablet and is going to do some arting.
Mm-hmm.
Exciting.
I'm excited to see your art more because I feel like whenever I tune in, it's like games or the VR thing that you're creating. I never really get to see like pieces, you know?
Yeah,
So
fair enough. It has been a while since I did a piece, namely because of the move as well.
Of course.
Yeah, also, like, I did the VR thing all last week because that's something I've wanted to finish. I've said this before on stream, I'm in a big, like, finishing mood of, like, stuff that is not done, I want to finish, which is going to be what's happening tonight. I'm going to finish off the sketch of blue that I did a while ago.
The rare vibe, finishing work, yes.
I know, yeah, I'm riding the high while it is here before it vanishes. Yeah. I mean, kind of in relation to what we were talking about, like, that's kind of why I have the art video game split, because if I did art all week, I would burn out. And I can't burn out because I rely on it, so I literally, like, force myself to be like, okay, this is when I do art, and this is when I play games, and we're going to stick to that. Even if there is stuff to do, we're going to play games.
Yes.
So there's no burning out.
Yeah.
And we don't stream on a Saturday for the same reason. Yes. Yeah. Hi, everybody. It's good to see you all. Hello, Core. Hello, Naren. Hi, sweetie. He's off to bed very soon. Ivy! We doing a bit of lurking? Hell yes. We love lurkers. I can see that there's a Das doing a lurk. Are you painting minis tonight, Das?
Saying to my friend Blue,
oh god, this is a story.
Yeah, when we used to stream together, we would get so much art done. Like we could whack out like a whole piece just in that session. When we're not, we'd be like dragging, doing line art, 8 sketches before we carry on with something.
Well, that was how the streaming like started for me. Like this is stuff that I guess like a couple of people in the chat know. A few of the newer people may not know this, because obviously because they were there to witness it. But basically, I'd been casually streaming for a while. Mainly, I streamed D&D every week when we played it. More so that there was a like VOD for people to watch, so that we could go back and take notes in case we forgot something.
Okay.
And then the pandemic hit.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously, you know, the whole having to be at home. I mean, the pandemic didn't do well for me. I was not good. I did not do well being kept inside the flat. You know, one of the reasons why I was so adamant about moving. And yeah, I was talking to Curls just one of the days, and we were talking about how I had lost all motivation to draw anything, and she had lost all motivation to do writing. So I said, well, what if we keep each other company and we stream it and we make it like a community thing of like you and me are doing creative things and we try to get people in the chat doing creative things. Hence why we have people like Das who paint their minis. And we were like, let's make it like a creative art evening where we try to basically support each other and encourage each other to do art. And that was and that was how Tuesday Art Night came a thing, and it's just stuck for like the last 3 years. And this was before I even did streaming as a job. But obviously now I am doing streaming as a job. It just became part of the schedule. And that's why I do art 3 times a week, but on Tuesday I do it with a friend. It's because Tuesday was the night I would do it with girls. And normally I would do it with girls, but she's writing her thesis.
She's a good girl. She's being a good girl.
So yeah, we had the same experience of not wanting to do art, but by having friends and streaming, you're able to sort of concentrate a bit better.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's a good vibe. Doing my usual warm-up that I like to do. Little avatar is super cute. That's what I said.
Like a physical warm-up.
Yes, I do the circles to loosen up the wrist. So you do the wrist in circles, and then the lines is to loosen up the shoulder. So when you're doing the lines, you keep your wrist still and you move your entire arm. So it's literally a muscular warm-up. Something I learned in uni.
Makes sense.
Not from my university teachers, but while I was at uni. Literally just a thing I saw online of like, artists always say that you should warm up, but that's actually not helpful, so this is what I actually do when I warm up, as in a muscular warm up. And I was like, there we go, this is a good habit to get into so you don't get muscle cramp. So that's why I do circles and lines. And then afterwards, if you're feeling spicy, you do a sketch warm up to sort of warm up the creative energy, so to speak.
That's a good idea too.
I'm so tired. I've painted so many fire decals and so many rivets on armor. Oh my god. Detailed minis.
Cute Daz. Sorry, my tablet is covering half the bottom of the chat, so I might miss some messages.
Yeah.
Thank you, Daz.
In fact, well, since we talked about it, let's bring this back. Like, I would often have, like, a picture in mind for what I would want to draw for the evening, generally before I became more, before I started getting more commissions, because generally if I've got a commission, I'll just do that. If I don't have a commission, I often tend to be like, well, what do I want to draw? So if I had a picture in mind, but I didn't know what to do for a warm-up, I would use the random Pokemon picker. So let's do that. Let's bring that back.
Oh.
Random Pokemon generator. We haven't done this in months.
Is this like normal Pokemon, or is it those weird mixed ones?
Yeah, it's not going to be a fusion one. No, God. We could do that for fun now that I know that that's a thing. But that's almost more like a prompt for doing a proper picture. Like, actually, let's open it. Hang on. Because I remember after we finished Infinite Fusion, I was, like, in love with one of the fusions that I'd got in the game, so I did actually draw it. Latizard. There you go. I loved Latizard. So I drew this little bean after we'd finished Infinite Fusion. Latizard.
I thought that was the actual Pokemon. I didn't know that was something you drew.
No, that's Latias fused with a Charizard.
It's so good.
Yeah, can you see why I like it though? Like, it really works as a Pokemon, and she's so cute. See, now I'm sat here and I'm like, did I even post this on my social media? Jesus fucking Christ. You guys aren't ready. When I gain access to the Me app, I'm going to like be sitting down and having like 3 days of me like posting a bunch of stuff onto social media on that app and on other ones as well. I'm just looking now. Did I ever post this? Oh god. Apparently I didn't. What the fuck? I was really happy with this as well.
Woman.
I never posted this picture. What the fuck? I literally sit here like, oh, I never finish pictures. That's a really rare thing. And then I sit here and I finish a picture and then I never fucking post it. Ah!
Should be like everywhere.
Yeah. It is a wonder that I am actually able to survive as an artist. Like, what the fuck? Okay, we'll talk about that later. Let's generate warm up. Okay. Generate one Pokemon. Generate a Crobat.
Oh.
It's a shame Sanji isn't here. Ironic that we get a Pokemon that I have drawn before, but not as a warm-up.
Wings, which you have experience in.
That's true. That's true. I'm going through
Fine.
the Pokemon folder again. Where's this one was a commission. Commissions. The squad. Yep, this is a piece of art I got commissioned to do. This one's already like a year old now.
Oh, I love it so much. Like they look like. I'm speechless.
Yeah, bless them. This was a commission from Stanji, and the commission was, I want you to draw our 3 favorite Pokemon.
Yes.
Like as a group. So yeah, so I channeled the vibe. So we've got the Arcanine for me, the Crobat for Stanji, and Spook's Haunter.
Nice.
Just sat around.
I love the even like the light source. You've got it like bang on.
Thank you. I think that was what I was mostly challenging myself with on this one, was to try and have a bit of focus of it being like at night, but with the light source. So trying to get like the sharp edges on like Haunter's head, because Haunter has quite a triangular head. But then like the shading around the fur and the mane and all of that, and then like the highlights of the fire underneath the body and things like that. I tried my best.
Very, very well. See, this is the kind of stuff I don't see from you. I would like to see more.
Yeah. So we're doing a warm-up Crobat, so it's just going to be very scribbly. I'm gonna just go for like a...
He's finished Kay's birthday gift he got him.
Ooh!
Post in Blue Sky chat. Oh, okay, let's check that out.
It is good.
Guy! Where's my mouse? Hang on.
Oh my god, and the fire on top as well. I love that.
Chat, is it on? Whips. Twitch whips. General. Gaming. No. Oh. I love the colours. Green's my favourite colour. I love that.
We know what Blue is working on, and what are you working on, Den? Or is that
I'm finishing Astarion that I posted in the other Discord. Because I needed to finish his clothes and his eyes.
She's finishing her husbando.
My new husbando, yes. Kay has been dumped, and we're loving Pixel Men now. Got a very stern look from Kay. Your new house, is there like enough distance between you and Spook that he can sleep okay and you can stream away?
He hasn't mentioned it, but as you saw, there is basically the staircase is between my room and the bedroom.
Good then.
So he hasn't mentioned anything about noise or sound when I've been streaming, and it's been, a while now.
I'm sure he would let you know.
I should probably directly ask him, but I assume he would let me know if it was no good.
It's like, are you sleeping okay?
The thudding noises of him getting ready for bed.
The one thing I miss about the iPad is that I could turn the canvas round to an angle, whereas this one's like on a stand in front of me, and I have to like contort myself to get like a smooth stroke that I want.
Are you still using Krita, or are you using Clip Studio?
Krita.
I don't know Krita, because in Clip Studio there's literally like a bar that you can grab at the top to rotate the canvas.
I also still keep going to like grab the screen with my fingers.
Ah, no.
To zoom out.
I'd say there are worse men to love, but that's a lie. He's a sopping wet meow meow boy and needs to boot up the bar. I think it's obvious just from the fact I haven't played as much of Baldur's Gate at the moment, but when I see people like fawning over Astarion, I sit there and I'm like, but Gale is right there.
Gale is a pain in the ass. Excuse my French.
No, an Astarion isn't. Kale and Will are right there. Exactly, Ness. Like, I get it. I deeply get it. He and Lizelle will get their romance campaigns eventually. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I get it, but like, you don't have to completely sleep on the entire rest of the cast.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like a playthrough for each of them, but
yeah, that's how it feels on social media at the moment.
If you've ever seen the show Lucifer, Astarion is basically him.
Right.
It's very like he explains everything. Like if you've seen that show, then you know what he's like.
Right, it's very rare when I'm doing a warm-up that I do actual quote-unquote line art, but I'm in the mood for it. Mainly because I know that the piece that I want to finish today needs line art on it, so I am warming myself up.
Curse you, line art.
I see, yes, 100%, yes, perfect, understood, point redacted, yeah. Man, I should watch more Lucifer. Yep. I've seen like an episode.
You learn to love him so much, and he's so sassy. I love it.
Like, you guys saw yourself when we were playing through Baldur's Gate, and I'm talking to either Shadowheart or Lizelle. It goes to show that I don't remember, but my response was literally, "Wow, I feel like I'm talking to Eldel Mara," and everybody was like, "Really?" And I was like, "What?" She was intentionally a bitch. That shit's intentional. I'm not complaining. It's an observation. You want to be my lover? Earn it! Seduce me! A Hakmoa? Oh my god, hang on. Pokemon in the chat. I never have the app open when there's something that catches my eye. Because I'm like, which Pokeball do I have?
I'm honestly at that age where I'm like, I don't know what that is. I've just completely abandoned Pokemon, and now I don't know any of them.
A Hakmoa is one of the more recent generations equivalent of like the Dragonite line.
Ooh.
It's the pseudo-legendary dragon type that you can find towards the end of the game. So, quite strong. Earlier today while I was having dinner, I was in another stream chat, and they were actually playing through Baldur's Gate, and they were just starting it, and I was there in the chat, and I was going, here's a little bit of information, that little ship is called a Nautiloid, and Mind Flayers have lost the ability to make more of them. And someone else in the chat was like, oh, thank god somebody's taking notes in this campaign. Yeah, nice, sweetie. Love you loads.
Happy
anniversary! I love you!
Anniversary?
And me and Spook have been together 11 years, which means I've known some of you fucks in the chat 11 years.
Wow.
It's true.
Mentally, they have not aged a day.
Thanks, love. Sleep well. Oh, I got a hack more. Nice! Background K! Can I get a tick for background K? Because we have background Spook.
They all heard that, babe. He's very proud of himself.
Of course he is. Oh, fuck, you do know me for that long. Yeah! Around the time that I met Spook is around the time I started playing online gaming. And Spook, because me and Spook met at a game store. Obviously, we talked about games a lot, and because Spook liked me, when I mentioned, oh, I've joined this gaming community, do you want to join it as well? He immediately leapt of like, oh, yes, because I want to get to know you more. So he joined in as well. So the it was probably like 2 or 3 months before me and Spook started dating was when I joined in the community where I met like Das and Stanji and Core. So I've known them approximately as long as I've been dating Spook.
Pretty cute.
Just change it into background partners / Phoebe. This is true. So it all happens around a similar time. The me and Spook's anniversary, Guild Wars anniversary. It was all around that similar time because that was when we were starting to get to know each other, and Spook leapt at any opportunity to basically get to know me and spend time with me. Which is why even though Spook doesn't really like MMOs, he does own Guild Wars. And got it on release. Because essentially he was trying to get with me and impress me. And it worked.
To get Robin to Guild Wars, it didn't really work.
Guild Wars is so good. Yo, this last week especially, I've had so much fun in Guild Wars. When we went and did the Guild Hall stuff, that was so fun.
Yeah.
We have a proper Guild Hall now, and we've been upgrading it. It's like level 6 now. And before anybody comments, I'm aware that Baldur's Gate is a thing. It's a statement. It's not critique. cannot get this line right. It's too long! Little lines are easy, but when it's a long line, there's a bigger margin of error.
The streamline? Oh, did you? That was it, wasn't it?
That's close enough. Thankfully, the tool that I use means that I can do shit like this. I can grab the line and move it. Magic. I posted behind pictures and a few show pictures of the models because there's so much detail needs showing. Hell yes. I want to appreciate that shit. My god, yeah, you weren't kidding about all those rivets as well, dang. Hell yeah, bud.
Found the best pen.
Oh, we love it when we find a good pen.
Ooh.
It's like me with that fur brush when we had our little art bit earlier in the week. What was it I said? I said, do you ever find, you know that feeling when you find a new brush and it, like, makes you a year?
Yes.
This shit, I'm doing line tapering on a sketch. This never happens. Spick just sent me an art meme. Look at this. god, that's so good. Behold, Clip Studios' magic I'm lazy to colour between the lines tool.
Best tool.
It's not perfect, but it works well. This was another thing that I heard on like another stream of people just casually chatting. Was someone saying like, oh, you know, when I do my coloring and stuff, I like to color it in, and some other artist said to me once, why don't you use the fill bucket? And they were saying how like, but that's the fun part, I like coloring in. And I was like, oh my god, someone gets it.
Yep, exactly.
Like, I don't want to use the fill bucket, coloring it in is fun. Not to mention that the fill bucket isn't very good half the time. But also colouring in is fun. Didn't you ever have a colouring book when you were a kid? At least chat agrees with me that the fill bucket is sus. Every time I colour, I change up how I want to do it.
Try and shade and colour as plainly as possible. And I always end up trying to do too many details, and then I have to do the rest in too many details, and then I hate it.
Oh, I know. Overworking, yeah. I've done that a few times as well. I've had it in the past where someone's been like, you need to stop. You need to just stop. Put a signature on it, put your little stamp on it, call it done, walk away.
Yep.
So I learned something today. There is a quest to get the glowy person to stop randomly spawning in Guild Wars. There is?
Glowy person.
Have you not seen them?
Is this the new stuff?
No.
Oh wait, the ley line dudes?
Yeah, the ley line dudes. The ley
I
line
was
dudes.
wondering what the hell they were for.
Yeah, they just appear. Okay, every time I see one on the screen, I like when I'm streaming, I always point it out. I'm always like, you, but I never actually did anything about them. So I'm gonna have a Mawam because somebody gave me some Mawams to snack on. Ah. Oh.
What?
Hmm?
I might be done.
Ooh.
How to crop this or be able to post it.
Yes, we wish to see. You must show us.
Mode.
Alright.
What was that?
What was our galaxy light when it turns on? It goes Bluetooth mode.
Oh. You got a freaking light switch sitting here going, we are here.
Oh god.
I don't know what this sketch ran away from me because it's got color, it's got line art, it's got a background. It's not a fucking sketch anymore. What the hell happened? This was supposed to be a warm up.
It's called concentration.
This piece of art definitely ran away with me. Well, that's a thing that happened. It's not the first time it happened, it's not going to be the last either. I feel like this is the most extreme one, though. Like the Pokemon sketches did evolve over the course of us doing them, because it did used to literally be like a scribbled set of lines, and then occasionally I started to put color on them. But this one went the whole hog. Line art, color, shading, very hastily done background. I don't know what the hell happened. Although I did it in about an hour, which is always nice for me, because considering that I feel like speed is my weak point.
I love it. The eyes look like they're glowing.
Yes, that's what I tried to do. I can't lie, but let Stonewalls know. Yeah, I'll have to show it to him. It's really clean, I like it. Thank you, V. Take a look in Pokemon Chuck later. Niantic and Niantic. Oh, what have they done now? Jesus fucking Christ. Core, you good? Core has been consumed by Necrozma. Anyway. Don't save that. And save the Crobat. Okay, let's do what I actually meant to do today. Uh, 'cause, 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 ' God, there's some relics in this folder. There are pictures in here that are probably also 10 years old. That one's definitely like 10 years old. Oh my god! 2015!
Wow.
Ah!
8 years ago.
Ah! 2015! Oh my god. So this one's so old it doesn't even have a date assigned to it. That's how old it is. That's the picture I'm looking for. Yes, it's you! Just knows exactly what that picture is. Yes. Important update, guys.
Hi guys, Chaotix here, back with another update from Pericles the Ulafian Resistance. I just wanted to join in the fun and add a feature called Pet the Dog. So, I know a lot of game creators are doing this at the moment, but yeah, so if you get in line with Dexter, like that, Chaotix will actually go up to him, start stroking him. You can pet the dog there. But there's another benefit to this as well. So, if you're fighting enemies, and they shoot you and you get hurt, let's take a bit more damage.
Like,
Drop a bomb.
Dexter can come back up to you, and then if you wait a little second, you can go up to him, and your health will slowly heal up as well. So,
tail wag!
another little bit of fun. Dedication to my boy Dexter.
You can't pet the dog and he heals you!
Hey guys.
Back the game! Back the game! Exclamation mark Kickstarter! You can pet the dog! I told Chaotix this months ago. I was like, my guy, you gotta be able to pet the dog! Gotta be able to pet the dog!
Oh, I posted my painting.
To see. Oh my goodness. Mwah, it's gorgeous. It's
So you want to marry that man?
Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Look at this. God, I'm just surrounded by phenomenal people. Like, oh my goodness.
You shush your mouth, madam.
I will do no such thing. I will shower the people in praise.
It's my out of retirement painting.
Hey! We love it. We love it. Second goal, second goal.
And as a true artist, I hate it.
How dare you! I can relate though, it is true. The life of an artist. You go,
It's done and I hate it.
It's done and I hate it. No, it is good. It's phenomenal. Oh my god.
Thank you.
Oh my god. Wonderful. You should post it. If you're gonna bully me about posting things, I'm gonna bully you. So I'm gonna name my layers before this gets wildly out of my control. I think I said this when I drew this like a couple of weeks ago. Of it's very typical that I bought a new outfit for the summer, and then we proceed to basically have no summer left. What do you think you're gonna do? Are you tempted to draw some of the other people of the cast? Or are you content with drawing the little baby man?
I have a Shadow Heart piece planned, but it's going to be huge.
Ooh.
It's also a spoiler, so I don't know if I should.
Interesting.
Rob bought me lemon cake.
Lemon cake is good.
Mm-hmm. So is lemon cheesecake, you know.
Really? Lemon cheesecake? I think there's a little bit of that left on the spooked about it. She may have done.
I think I haven't done yet.
How dare you? Right in front of my salad? Get that weak
Show me
sauce
what you
one
got,
ball
Cor.
out of here. Wow.
Oh!
Betrayal!
Oh!
Betrayal by my own son!
Jill, I've never seen that before.
Oh my god, I still can't believe that you'd never seen that. And amazingly, you've actually seen the real life one before you saw the digital
I know.
one.
And the box
Now I'm
blue.
boxed. Just sort of tip it. There.
There's a spider in there.
Oh, please don't joke. Oh my god. I hate it. Did you know the boxes can stack?
Really?
Yeah, because they have collision, and the top is flat. If multiple are redeemed one after the other, they stack on top of each other. Oh, there's one. Oh, there's another one. Oh, it fell over. Oh, hey, I caught it. Oh, we've not got a flat surface anymore. It's tilted.
I'm clipping that.
Ooh, Core's keen. I'm gonna catch a great ball! Ah! Box time! Flowers used to have still do collision, so it would freak out the model. Yeah, flowers also have collision. So they will rest on top of the box. Oh, there you go.
Oh, where?
They rest on top of the box and they'll slide off. But also, if they hit me, they make my model wiggle. But like, so in the 3D space, it looks like they go on top of me, but they're actually falling pseudo in front of me. So they very rarely hit me. So sometimes you'll redeem flowers and they'll all fall past me. But sometimes you'll redeem flowers and like a couple of them will clip me and it makes the model wibble up and down sometimes. Just fun little things. And also there's cheese, which I still haven't added.
Cheese?
Cheese. It's in the program, but it's not redeemable.
Do you think it counts as a midlife crisis if my avatar that I drew today is what I looked like when I was 20?
I don't think it does, no. I don't know if it counts as a crisis if you just decide, you know what, I'm just gonna be a dog on the internet.
I'm a teenager again. Those claws could cut you like a knife.
Well, she is a wolf. She's a friendly one, but she's still a wolf. God, back when I was on the RP server that I used to RP as Blue on, there was actually going to be like a small plot about that because she became quite renowned on the server for being friendly because that was how she was, and like even though it was like common knowledge of like, oh, she's a wolf and she hunts for her food, it was just something that no one ever talked about. And then I really wanted to do an RP where like she was alone with someone she really disliked, and there was just that sudden switch of, oh, this is a wild animal. It's like, it never happened. Where else is she gonna paint if she doesn't have nails? There are two kinds of people. It's funny to think that the time that I sort of first met Curls was on a roleplay Minecraft server, and she was in a group call with other people on the server, and it was the first time that I'd been in like a big RP with them. I was not in the group call, and because I was playing this friendly character, the first thing I decided to do was I'm going to hug one of the other players. Quote unquote. I was like, I'm just gonna run up to them and be like, "Hi, I'm your friend now." Hug. And apparently, I chose literally like the worst person to hug. So apparently, in this group call that they were having, while this like text RP was happening in Minecraft, they were all there going, "Shouldn't have done that." Meanwhile, I have no idea this is happening. I'm just at my computer, typing away, playing Minecraft, having the time of my life. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm making new friends, I'm playing Minecraft, this is great. Oh my god, actually, I think I drew that. Wait, shit, I've just realised now. Is that picture in here? Oh no, wait, it's gonna be in like old stuff. I don't think it's going to be in this folder. I might be distracted for 5 minutes, hold up.
Oh, go for it. I'm looking over at Rob's computer, and he's playing Baldur's Gate, and he's a lot further than me.
Mm-hmm.
I've just looked over and seen spoilers.
Oh, whoops. Oh my god, I found it! Another old one, back when I used to draw in red for some reason.
Love it.
2014! It's so old! Yeah, because that was like it was like a creative server, so like because again you're not gonna know any of this. This is how I met Kay as well. We met on this role-playing Minecraft server, but it had this whole community where a lot of people were quite creative, so people would draw art of the things that happened on the server.
Cool. That's like perfect for you.
Yeah, it was great, and it was quite popular. It had like a small following on Tumblr was how it was all done. People would post the art on Tumblr and stuff. And like because it became popular, it was like a limit. There was only so many people that could play on the server, and there was literally like a queue. And like we applied to get it. We were like, we have characters and we want to play on this server, and we eventually got invited in. And yeah, and it was, but it was like it's like when someone joins in a D&D party when the D&D party is already established. That is that awkward moment of like, well, you're part of the server, so we need to get you involved, but you just kind of like ram them in of just to be like, guess you can fit here now. So that was what I did. I was like, I gotta get involved with this group somehow. So I was like, I'm gonna just go up to the first person and hug him. Because there was a very convoluted chain of events, but basically I ended up with this group of people and they were like, you can stay with us. So I was like, oh, thank you, give hug. And then apparently in a Skype call that I was not privy to, a bunch of people gasped because I hugged this person on the roleplay server because they were like, you do not touch them, they are a no touchy person. I was like, well, I didn't know that, and my character wouldn't know that. So I'm gonna give them a hug. And it ended up being super cute because Blue being an animal played into her favour because it turns out they're an animal person. So even though they didn't like being touched, they were like, they tolerated being touched by Blue. Oh, and then we've got character growth later on. How old's this one? 2015, a whole year later.
It's like, yeah, we're busies now.
Yeah. Those were the days. Getting nostalgic again. I always get nostalgic about those days just because I met so many friends when we did it.
Friends that I make online live in like other countries or too far away to visit.
I mean, normally that's the case. We were kind of lucky, really, that it ended up being that a couple of our friends ended up being close, and then gradually, somehow, some of them started to move closer, which was wild. Oh, that's another story. We were in TeamSpeak again. This is before Discord even existed. We were talking in TeamSpeak.
I used to play Guild Wars in TeamSpeak.
Yeah, so did we. We were talking with Patters and Stanji, and through Patters' mic, we heard the scrap iron, and there was just this moment of hesitation, and we all went, "Wait a sec, that's the Brummy Scrap Man." Are you from Birmingham? And there was this pause of, yeah. Are you from Birmingham? Yeah. Wait, we've known each other for 5 years and we both live in Birmingham? And that's when it becomes to, do we want to go hang out?
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest is history, as they say. And we missed each other at the same convention, Wild Times. Yes, passing like ships in the night. Things seem so much simpler then. Have you seen the old art of Kay's character?
I'm sure he showed me. 'Cause I think at one point I was supposed to paint one for him, and he was showing me like his old ones as like references of what she looked like.
That's probably Runara then. Yeah,
The redhead?
Yeah, the redhead. No, this is the character that he was playing when we met, because Runara is who he's currently playing in D&D. Where's the here we go. I remember I drew this picture as a birthday gift for Kay in 2014. It's so old.
Oh wow. Beautiful.
Where's the other sketch?
Just like purple, doesn't he?
That was kind of where it all started, actually, because it was a modded Minecraft server. We used the mods to sort of help us tell the story and do the role playing.
Mm-hmm.
And the mod that Kay ended up kind of being associated with was the Thorncraft mod, a magic mod. And purple was like the signature color of that mod. Like if there was a magical accident, it would leave like purple goop on the floor, and like purple gas would come out of the spells and things. So Kay became associated with the color purple because of that, and that just stuck, honestly, to this day. Yeah, I vaguely recall that, like, when they very first joined the server, they had a Minecraft skin of this character, and I believe the eyes were green, and then very rapidly, after they started getting associated with Thorncraft, he gave them heterochromia, made one of their eyes purple. Yeah, there's this sketch of what was called the Castle Mages. Of our little squad, the 4 people who could cast magic, and their associated colours. This person in red was Curls' character. Curls the witch and her familiar. Ranger the elf, Kay the thaumaturge, and Blue, who was magic by proxy.
What a cute picture.
Yeah, I love this picture. We gained a reputation for getting into trouble because one of the main story themes that ended up coming up a lot on the server was how one of the factions was very anti-magic, and one of the factions, which was our faction, was very pro-magic. So us 4 being the 4 main magic users of that faction would get into trouble with the other faction. So we became like the mischief makers, quote unquote. You were too slow, Das. Where's the other one? I remember one more picture that I did. It was like a comic that I did as well. Where is it? Another one of the mages being in trouble. Didn't finish that one. I did a lot of pictures of us running away from things. It was a theme.
You just get yoinked.
Yeah. That often happened. Oh, Jesus. I feel like if Kay sees this picture, he'll take 10 points of psychic damage. This picture is so specific. Dan, I need you to poke Kay and tell him to look at the stream.
He's nodding and smiling like, yep.
Never forget. Oh boy. A little trip down memory lane. Yep. I love their relationship, these two characters. Fun. This was the one I was thinking of. Leader of our faction trying to talk to the leader of the other faction to be like, the mages are fine, we have it under control. And then...
Face palm. When the goggles had a purpose.
Yeah, because of the explosions. He gained a reputation for explosions as well. Again, there's this one. the smog. Fun times, fun times.
Be right back.
Okay.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
How did you find working in Critter now that you've finished the picture?
I find the button on the pen, which I've decided to code to undo, is very sensitive.
Oh.
And I'm also finding that if I'm just going from one side of the screen to the other, I'm not touching the screen, but sometimes it'll think I've tapped something.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But I don't know if that's Crater or
Oh, the
my tablet.
I don't know. Interesting.
And there's some tools on there that I have absolutely no freaking idea.
Ooh, went too far back. Big old one. brought up the goggles, so I went on a quick hunt for forehead goggles in Guild Wars 2 just to discover they don't exist. There's like variants of goggles. There's like aviator goggles, but they're like on an aviator hat, which doesn't quite work. And then there's tech visors because of like the Asura tech and stuff, but nothing that quite fits the category.
I'm loving your line art so far.
Cute. I like line art. It's quite meditative.
Having the line art finished is my okay, I'm gonna get this done in the next hour kind of feeling.
Yeah.
Getting to the line art is like the most time consuming for me.
I think I get my sketches reasonably refined before I do line art, because my line art is literally basically just going over the sketch and making it neat. So I think maybe I spend more time on the sketches because I make them quite refined. I'm looking forward to playing Guild Wars this week. I've started End of Dragons and I'm like so hyped for it.
How are you enjoying it? I knew you'd love like the maps. They're absolutely beautiful.
Oh yeah, the moment I set foot in Xingzhe, I was like, oh yes. Beautiful, the cherry
I'm here.
blossoms, the water. And I even said, it's not even that, it's like a step out and I'm like, oh my god, the grass is so green and saturated. I love vibrant colours.
Yep. Not the piss river. Yes.
Oh god, no more Piss River. Fuck you, Piss River. And before we log on one week and it's like, hey, go do events in the Desolation. I'm like, no, not the Piss River. Not again.
I've just seen the most incredible fan art of Karlach from Baldur's Gate, and I'm sending it to you in DMs because oh my god.
Oh wow. I love it when artists churn out these amazing pieces of artwork. The caption is just, heya! Like, peak artistry, honestly. Good lord.
Goals.
Gouges. So nice, so nice. So earlier and bit my knuckle, yeah. God, I really, really appreciate when, as like an art style, like I think this is maybe why I love a lot of the Guild Wars concept art. I love when like when you look at the artwork, you can see that like the highlights of the details or whatever are literally just like a couple of brush strokes, and yet somehow it still just really communicates that detail. It's so good.
It's like, you know, it's leather. How do people do that?
Yeah, like I'm looking like it's you can literally see like it's a few lines. Like there's a few lines and there's a few lines, but it reads as leather, and I'm like, I love that so much.
Fire as well.
I know, right? Like the hair. God, it's so good. I love that. Favorite. Retweet. God, I have the Guild Wars art book from on release, but I think there's another Guild Wars art book now, and I'm like, yeah, there's the Art of Guild Wars 2, which I own, and then there's the Complete Art of Guild Wars. And I'm like, I want to see that.
Ooh.
Like, what's in there? Yeah. They don't even have the other one anymore, I don't think. Yeah, this is the one.
What are the chairs?
This is the one that I own. It didn't cost that much when I got it because it was a current book when I got it.
Mhm.
This is the one that I have. Then this is the current one. I'd love to have a look inside that.
Yep. Get it in Forbidden Planet.
You probably could. Well, that was where I got most of my game art books. It was very much a thing that I did of like, we'd go to Birmingham and I would look in the game art section, I would get myself a book. Which is why I've got a shelf full of them, which people would have seen when I was doing the unpacking stream in between the drops because the connection was bad. Let me show you one of my favourite pieces of Guild Wars concept art, which is literally one of the reasons I fell in love with the race. I love this artwork of the Char. I love this picture. And again, like, especially like details that are more in the background, they're just brush strokes. And yet it just communicates it so well.
Like that with just a plain white background, it would not be as striking, you know?
But with this sort of like watercolor paint splash effect in the background, it's so good. It's so good.
It's just splodges, but it's so good.
Yeah. It's like I'm sure that like Frog will probably do an even better job of explaining this than me. But it's just like the way it's the everything. It's like the use of the colors, the negative space, the shapes. Like it's almost like everything is thought out like meticulously. And my brain doesn't work like that when I do artwork. I'm just like slap screen.
2 hours of line art.
Yeah. This one as well. This has got the other pictures, like these concepts as well.
Oh yeah, that one on the left. I think I had that as my background the first year I played.
Again, when you sit down and you look at it, it's like that's just a single brush stroke. And look at this foot, like it's a black blob with a couple of crisscrosses on it, but it reads as a foot that is wrapped in leather, and it's like, wow, it's masterful.
It's like it's so easy to just go to black as the shadow, but to have it as an actual color and not have it just look like a blank like bit of color. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain.
Yeah,
but
it's one of the very first things of learning is like never shade with black. Never.
Yep.
This old picture of Ritlock.
Oh yeah.
Classic picture of Ritlock. Yeah, it's just good. It's just good. Ah. Where's my? Let me find my favorite loading screen. Guild Wars 2. Briz. Wildlands. Loading screen.
Good night, Daz.
Yay! This picture. Oh my god, I love going
Yeah.
to Brisbane. I love going to Brisbane Wildlands just to see this loading screen. This is peak.
Mm-hmm.
Peak.
The colours just bang on.
Wait, the lighting, the way how like the colours are desaturated by this white light to make the head pop.
Yep.
It's just so good. It's so good. I love this picture so much. And I believe it is in the concept art book. Next time you come round, I'll have to pull the book off the shelf so you can have a flick through it as well.
Yeah.
It's lovely, but yeah. I love Guild Wars!
Like a year straight, me and Blue were trying to learn how to paint hands, and I think in the end we just started giving up and just not having hands in the picture. Like they'd be in their pockets or
I can feel that.
behind their back.
See, for me, it was like a fun, like, gradual process of when I was a kid, I would only draw what I would refer to as feral animals, which was, you know, animals on four legs, actual animals. And I remember growing up, my parents would even say of like, why don't you draw, you know, people? And they were like, no, I draw people, and drawing people is hard. And then as I became more of a teenager, I discovered the furry fandom and started to draw anthro animals, which was obviously a middle ground. And so I've started to gradually learn a little bit more about hands and anatomy and things like that, but like poor hands. And then eventually, years later, D&D happened, and suddenly I was making myself draw people because I wanted to draw my D&D characters. And that is my evolution of going from feral to anthro to humans.
Yeah.
And then apparently going back to feral. Music stopped? That was weird. And now she's evolved into drawing clothes. Exactly! Now Blue is wearing clothes. Again, I think I can blame D&D for that. D&D and Delmara specifically. Well, I suppose I can blame the roleplay server, the Minecraft server, a little bit. Obviously, I would draw my character, but then I would also draw my friends' characters, and they were all playing humans because I was very trash. Literally the odd one out. But, you know, shrug, when you're invited to play on a roleplay server and they go, by the way, multiverse theory is canon, so you can literally play as whatever you want and be from another dimension, I was like, sick. Furry it is! Though, to be fair, there were 2 other people who were playing K9 furry characters, so I wasn't the only one. So I didn't feel too out of place. Oh, now I've got to find that picture as well. Where's the pupper stack? The pupper stack! Oops.
I love that. Especially the middle one.
Yeah, holla, he was so grumpy. I shipped them. Where's the oh, now I've got to find the picture of when Holla and Blue met.
Dude, I know that one.
We know that one, Roselia! Oop, take a sip, thank you. My mouth is actually really dry now that you've drawn my attention to it. Ah. First meeting.jpg. 2016.
This is.
Yeah, this is how they met. Literally, it's funny because I drew it in 2016, but this would have happened in 2014 because this was my first day on the server. Basically, the first ever RP that I had on the server because I was shy. I was following people around, and I was on the roof of a building, sort of snooping on someone, and I slipped and fell off the building and landed in the sheep paddock. And I was right there, and next to Holla, so they turned around and was like, "Those aren't your sheep," and I was sat there just like, this is my first time interacting, I don't know what to say. So the canon first meeting is she fell off a roof into the sheep paddock and was met with this grumpy dog looking at her and being like, "Those aren't your sheep." Like, I'm sorry, sir, I'll leave. Ah, nostalgia.
Get on it then, Core. Chop chop.
Yeah, yeah, leveling up a guild is definitely not something you do in a few days. Got loud. But hey, now I've got something to use all the goddamn mithril that I've been collecting. Over the last year, playing through the story, I have sold off so much mithril. The amount of times that I have capped out on mithril in my storage, and I'm like, ugh, I guess I'll sell it because I'm not using it. And now I just, as soon as it was like, oh, we need mithril, I was like, take all of my goddamn mithril. Jesus Christ. It's those shovels that's going to be the headache.
Oh, God, the shovels.
I hate how many shovels we're going to need. So I looked it up. I did look it up. So apparently the way that you can quote-unquote buy shovels off people is if someone is selling shovels, you invite them to your guild, they deposit them in your guild bank, and then you send them the money because they are account bound, so they can't give them to you.
Mm-hmm.
So that is apparently how people quote-unquote sell shovels. And I'm like, God, that's niche.
Do you, like, is it that anyone can deposit, but only certain people can take stuff out? Because I'd be worried about giving them access to the bank.
Yeah, I guess that's why there's the new members rank. I think by default, I think the new members rank people don't have access to the bank. Because when I say storage, I don't mean the actual guild storage. I mean like the submit window for the resources, because that's like a separate dude. If you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
The resource manager, so that they put them straight into the resource manager, and then you can see that it's been added, and I don't think resources can be taken back out from the resource guy. And that's when you can be like, okay, you can have your money now. But you give them like a special rank to be like, you can give resources, but you can't access the bank.
Got it.
I think. But yeah, it all sounds like too much hard work, honestly. To try and find someone who is selling shovels.
Well, if they're selling them for a gold a piece, I mean, oof.
Yeah, it's not gonna be cheap, because we need over like 200. It's like, I think one of the upgrades is flat out 100, and then there's another upgrade that's like 50, and another one that's 50. So min it's 200.
Well, they keep going. Oh look,
yeah.
they keep going.
There's more after that, so it's gonna be like 500 or something, and I'm just like, oh my fucking god.
And there's me like, yeah, I got 8.
It all helps.
So I guess if they become like available to buy through a merchant there, the whole Reba thing is just gonna die.
True, yeah. I bet that's the only reason that people run it these days, is to grind shovels. I still just found it funny that I went onto a forum and someone said, how do I grind shovels? And they said, go look for a Reba group and then run like Forrest Gump. I was like, what?
40 to 50 silver. That's like a tier 6 material.
Yeah. That's fairly pricey considering how many you're gonna need.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a don't rush thing. I don't want people no-lifing and then burning out on Guild Wars doing the bloody Ryber run. I'm surprised, given how long it's been since the Silver Waste was current content, that they haven't made an effort to like make those shovels available elsewhere for people.
Like, there's no other sandy maps.
Yeah. mean, well, there's the Elonian Desert, but the Elonian Desert doesn't use their Silver Waste shovels, so they're specifically for the Silver Wastes.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just annoyed that I didn't know I needed them, because I'm sure I probably would have got some when I was doing, like, the Silver Waste story. But I probably used them all, you know, because I was like, oh, these aren't used for anything except finding treasure.
I'm sure I've got some on another character, so I'm literally right now just gonna log in on all of them and see, because I'm sure I was just like, oh, I need room in my bank. Let's take these out. I'm sure I'll use them at some point.
If you use the level 80 jump item, it drops you in the Silver Waste. Yeah, and I don't know why. That's a weird place to drop you. Of all the maps to drop somebody who's made a new level 80 character. Vanilla sweet. I can't decide if I want to make a Mesmer or an Elementalist. Try out a Spellcaster class.
Ooh.
I don't know what race I'd make them. Because my heart just wants to keep making Char.
Hmm.
And I'll get us ready once we get the Ethereum. Neat! How much do we need? And how much do we have? Okay, we have 100. Oh yeah, that's a tomorrow job. Yeah, if anybody hasn't, you can go talk to the merchant guy and get a XP boost and a karma boost, because we have those now. I wonder if they consider making the shovels available in the Wizard Vault.
Not my thief.
Not on your thief. Another thing on my list of jobs of, like, stuff I want to finish is I never technically finished off the channel trailer.
What?
For Twitch, for my Twitch channel. There's a job I need to get on and, like, export it from the editor, basically, because I showed it on stream once as, like, a preview and it was pretty much done. And then, obviously, I had the move happen and, like, commissions happen and stuff, so it just ended up getting forgotten. I just remembered again of, like, I need to finish that and actually put it live.
looking good, girl.
Ooh, a flashling.
Ah, boo.
A new build is available and it's locked out guild functionality until we update. Oh, interesting. You have to update your game. And there I like literally hovered over the Guild Wars launcher to be like, should I launch it and update the game? And then I was like, not while you're streaming. Don't update the game while you're streaming, you numpty. Stream's gonna end in 10 minutes.
She packed my bags last night, pre-flight. 0 hour, 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be high as a kite by then.
Yay, bird! Done alright on the catches tonight.
I miss the earth so much. I miss my wife.
On a somewhat not related note, Palia is broken.
Out in space.
I haven't played Palia in like 3 weeks and I was so hyped to play that game. I literally went from discovering it, to being hyped to play it, to signing up for the beta, getting into the closed beta, playing nothing but Palia for like 3 days, and then immediately forgetting about it.
There's too many games to play.
I know, right? There's too much. And me and Spook still haven't come to a decision on if we are actually going to continue Baldur's Gate on stream or not. We literally just haven't decided. We don't know. So every time, like, I don't know. I'm indecisive, and every time I ask Spook, he just kind of shrugs. I'm like, I don't know. I can't decide.
I found 2 more shovels.
Woo!
Mars ain't the kind of place to raise your kids. In fact, it's cold as hell.
Oh my god.
And there's no
I think that's a new record, guys.
to raise them.
I made it through pretty much the entirety of the stream without realising that the music wasn't on shuffle.
And all the science.
We were just listening through the whole playlist in order. I think that's a new record.
Just my job 5 days a week. A rocket man.
I don't even know where I saved the stream bingo meme. I don't actually remember where I've saved it. Whoops. Oh, there it is. From Leia, we've had loads of tangents. Forgot the music was on shuffle. Background spook. Circles.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time.
To be honest, I don't notice the music being on shuffle or not. Well, that's the thing. I didn't notice until something in my brain registered. The last like 5 or 6 songs have all been Dan, and that was when I looked over at the Spotify and saw that the symbol wasn't highlighted, and I was like, God damn it! Because I just added like the whole album. So in the playlist, it's album by album, but normally I would put it on shuffle so that we get like a mixture of like sometimes it'll be Dan, sometimes it'll be Besso, sometimes it'll be like Jonathan Young, and I forgot. Okay, I'm putting these songs on for the last few minutes.
I love the little fluffy bits on his ankles.
Thank you. I always like adding Lynn in the tufties. To add them in all the places. She fluff! She the fluff. Might overrun by a few minutes just 'cause I'm really close to getting this done.
Yeah, get that line out done.
How's it going? How's your day been? I hope it's been good. It's been pretty good indeed. I've had a pretty good day. I hope you have as well.
Oh, you know the Haribo milkshakes packet that we got?
Hmm.
They're stale.
What?
They're really like chalky, kind of stiff.
What's the date on the packet?
September next year, but they're just like, I don't think they're meant to be like this. Maybe there's some air got into the packet or something.
Maybe the packet was left open. Now I'm good.
Mm.
In fact, I'm gonna have another one.
I was so tired by the time we got home yesterday.
God, I bet.
I think if I had to get like a normal job instead of working from home, on day one, I think my body would just cave in on itself.
God, I feel that. I feel that in my soul.
Gelatinous, we went to a Haribo specific shop yesterday and we got some like unusual flavors, and I got these Haribo milkshakes. They're very I don't know. They're not soft, they're more like
To be fair, whenever I had like a Haribo Star Mix or whatever, I will say that the milk bottles were probably always my least favourite.
Core, I've been working in retail since I was 15. I know the pain, trust me.
I've done my stint in retail. I did. God, what's my employment history? Three lots of store retail. 2 lots of bar work. And farmhand as well.
Mhm.
And then another lot of retail, but like quote unquote retail, because that was like, you know, working the conventions and stuff that I used to do.
I would just love a job where I could get paid well and just be behind the scenes. I just don't want to talk to customers anymore. I've had enough. I want to retire from customer service
I know, right?
more than anything in the world.
Yeah, I don't envy like, you know, the customer support people.
Mom.
Where it's just like, ugh. I'm just tired.
Sometimes
been
people
spoiled.
call up and I'm just like, no, I cannot deal with you today.
Have you considered? Don't.
I'm going through a tunnel.
Oh no, I can hear you. Ah. That's why I work in a DC, because it's super retail but major background work. Yeah, I get that. Like I work when I works in a bar. Like the first time I did it, it was bar work, and I quickly realized that I didn't want to work in the bar. But like I needed the money and it was the only job. So as soon as they were sort of like, we're thinking about training up some people to work in the kitchen, I was like, me, I volunteer. Let me work in the kitchen, please. And
I'll
then
scrub as many plates as you want. Just
Yeah.
get me off the bar.
Yeah, that's how it started. Literally, they would sometimes be like, hey, we need someone to come off the bar and help with the washing up, and I would always volunteer. And then eventually it was like, we need someone to actually learn to do some of the cooking. So I volunteered for that as well. And then when I got my second bar job, I just immediately applied for a kitchen position rather than the bar, and I got taken on. That was when I worked at Weatherspoons. I worked in the kitchen in Weatherspoons.
I used to work in the Netherlands in a warehouse, and it was one of the best jobs in the entire world because it was just walking around with like a big trolley basket thing, getting stuff off the shelves. But no one was there. There was just like young people just fucking around. Just
Yeah.
no one to moan at us. Just it was amazing.
Yeah. I think, well, that's what Spook and Narian do. Just picking and packing, really, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Blue has big pupils, but I think I've made them too big. Can't see half of her eye. Head out for now. Have a wonderful evening, the rest of you. You too, V! Thanks for lurking. Very much appreciate it.
Fun.
Some days it's a real pain in the ass, but I really like it, yeah. I mean, it's the same with this. Like, there's a, you know, I think for a lot of people, it's like there's a surprising amount of work involved in doing stuff like this. But at the same time, it is just, it's really nice. It's like satisfying work, you know?
Yeah.
Like managing all the social media and stuff and things like that, and all the editing behind the scenes and uploading things. But it's all good. Still love it. There you go. That's the lineup. And I've got the colour ruff already, so just gotta
Job.
basically
It's
that.
beautiful.
Basically that, but neatened. Based
that's
off
pink.
clothes that I actually own.
Pink and blue, you cannot go wrong.
A little bit of purple. We love a little bit of purple in there. Yeah, and I said when I bought this outfit, I was like, this entire thing is wild to me because as a kid I was very anti-pink.
Same.
I was very much the tomboy girl of like, I don't want to wear pink because pink is for girls and I don't like being stereotyped. I'm allowed to like what colours I like. Ooh, interestingly, when I was a kid, red was my favourite colour. That obviously changed. But yeah, and now I like blue and purple.
Blurple.
Purple! We love purple. But yeah. Okay. Ooh, and I think that is going to be your stream for tonight. Ooh, Okay, let me see if I can find some to raid off into.
Stopped doing that, but it's a lot.
Yeah, we'll go raid over into Neo. They very rarely stream when I do. I'll take advantage of that. Hell yeah, right. Thank you so much, everybody, for being with us this evening. Dan, thank you so much for keeping me company and being my co-host for tonight.
I was happy to join. I've had fun.
Yay, I'm glad. Wow. I will see you guys tomorrow for the double stream day of artwork in the afternoon and I believe some D&D in the evening. So
Nice.
that should be fun. Enjoy the rest of your evening and enjoy the raid. Remember to refresh the screen if it's not appearing because Twitch is borked. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye!